Hey guys, Mark chapter 8 is another one of those action-packed chapters where God just unleashes the boom and incredible things happen. It starts out with Jesus and the disciples, and they're being followed by this hungry crowd. And Jesus turns to the disciples and says, these people are hungry. What do you think we should do? And the disciples are kind of clueless. They're very slow on the intake, so they're just not getting it. I think Jesus is hoping they say, hey, let's do that thing where we bring you what we have and you turn it into enough for everybody. And you turn it into something amazing. But they don't. But Jesus goes ahead. He feeds 4,000 people with 7 tortillas. It's an amazing thing. And then he turns around and in verse 22 it says this. When they came into Bethsaida, a group brought a blind man to Jesus. And they begged him to touch the man and heal him. So Jesus guided the man out of the village away from the crowd. Okay, so these friends, those are true friends who bring you to Jesus. They know that the miracle man is there. They bring their friend, their blind friend to Jesus. Jesus leads a man away from the crowd. It's not about publicity. It's about people. Leads a man out of the village, away from the crowd, and he spat on the man's eyes, and he touched them. And then Jesus asked him, what do you see? The man opens his eyes and he says, I see people, but they look like trees, walking trees. Jesus touched his eyes again, and when the man looked up, he could see everything clearly. I love that. There's something so stinking cool about a God who heals with spit. I just such a cool thing. I love that. So Jesus spits in his eyes. The guy doesn't see instantly, okay? He sees people like trees walking around, okay? But Jesus doesn't say, well, that's pretty good. I mean, you couldn't see anything a minute ago, so we'll just leave it at that. No, he keeps on, and he gives the man a complete healing. It just isn't instant. It's a gradual thing, okay? Because sometimes miracles grow on you. Sometimes we get discouraged when we pray, and we just get a slice of a miracle, and we think, well, that's it. I just have to settle for that. Don't settle for that. Keep praying. Keep pressing in, because sometimes miracles grow on you. Sometimes they're instant, but sometimes they take a while. Don't give up. And then at the end of the chapter, Jesus asks his disciples a couple of questions, a couple of really important questions. He asks them, what do people think what do people say about me? Who do people think that I am? And they give him a bunch of answers. And then he breaks it down and he asks them the big question. This is the most important question that they were ever asked. And it's a question that we all get asked. And it's a question that defines everything. It's a question that we all have to answer for ourselves. And he turns to them and he says, who do you say that I am? Who do you say that I am? That's the big question. We all get asked a lot of questions in life. What are you going to do with your life? Are you going to do this? Are you going to do that? Do you want paper or plastic? Do you want fries with that? We get asked a lot of questions, but that is the big question of life, okay, around which everything else revolves. Who do you say that Jesus is? Who is Jesus to you? Not who is Jesus to your parents, not who is Jesus to your pastor or to your Aunt Mabel. Who is Jesus to you? Okay? Who do you say that he is? The way that you answer that question determines everything. It's a huge, big, boom kind of question. All right? And it's there it is. Who do you say that Jesus is? And God's given us so much evidence. He fed people, he healed people, he did all these incredible things. But it comes down to this. Who do you say that I am? Not who does the crowd say that I am. Not who does the blind man say that I am. But who do you say that I am? It's a question we all have to answer. God bless you guys. Giddy up.